We are marching through. We're over halfway. I think we have our esteemed panel of judges are back. H2GO, are you prepped and ready? All right, Emily, roll them.
This leads me to the second step. And how can I open a new business? And how can I sustain that business in the very successful way?
Hello, Mother. Are you here? Yes, I just wanted to make sure that you were ready. There is a storm approaching, and I want to make sure that you all were fine. Are you guys ready for it? Hello? Are you ready for it? Darn. My cellular line went down again. I wonder why. How many of you get frustrated when you find yourself in a situation that you need to communicate with one of your relatives, your father, your mother, and it's something very important, and the call drops? I'm sure everybody in this auditorium has had that situation happen to them. I get very frustrated. Anyways, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Best person. I'm here today to introduce you H2GO, our team, Ricardo Flemmer, on behalf of everybody. When natural events strikes, such as tornadoes, hurricanes, ice storms, the telecommunication industry has certainly a lot in their hands. They have a lot of power outages. In 2013, there were more than 3,000 power outages. More than 14 million people were affected by power outages. Did you know that the telecommunication industry strives to provide 99.99% availability when it comes to cellular communications? That's very hard to accomplish considering all these power outages. Even today, the backup generators that are available don't perform as they're supposed to. In our research, we learned that diesel backup generators used in telecommunication towers only perform 85% of the time. 15% of the time, they do not perform the way they're supposed to. Therefore, they create a lot of angry and unhappy customers. The solution today for all of these environmental and downtime is H2GO. And you're all witnesses to learn about what we have to offer. H2GO was founded in November 2012. We have been in business for 18 months. We have been servicing diesel generators. We have learned a lot about their strengths, their weaknesses, when they work, when they don't work. And we have learned our customers what they like and what they don't like. They don't like to be frustrated, like I was just a minute ago. We're a small operation. We're servicing telecommunication towers throughout the state of Florida. And our goal is to keep the green light on at all times. We want to offer 100% reliability that when our products and services are offered, we we have captive customers. Our product was designed after a provisional patent that we got from the University of Central Florida. It consists of two components: a hydrogen reformer that generates the hydrogen that's needed in the process. This hydrogen comes from our feed sources, which are commonly out there, either propane or natural gas. Once the reformer produces the hydrogen, it goes over to the fuel cell, and the fuel cell, which is the latest technology available, produces the electricity that's needed to power these telecommunication towers that are available in the marketplace. As you can see on the image, on your right, top right, we have a working prototype, and that's the picture of it. Some of the advantages of our generators and what we want to proceed with is that they're scalable. We offer 5 kilowatts, 10 kilowatts, 15 kilowatts. That's what we feel is needed in that industry, the industry of the telecommunication towers. The technology we're using is highly reliable. We have tested it. There are basically no moving parts, so we feel that there will be very low maintenance required. The footprint is small. We stacked it vertical, as you may have noticed in the picture before. So these generators can be placed anywhere, either on the top of a roof or anywhere right next to the telecommunication tower. We have a computer monitoring system that allows us to monitor 24/7 to find out exactly what each of our generators is doing. And we are very proud to be contributing to green technology and reducing some of the emissions that we know are created by our competitive products. Talking about competitors, we have seen and what we observed in the market, the main competitors are internal combustion engine generators. They produce a lot of bad emissions to our environment. They have a lot of moving parts which require a lot of maintenance. A lot of key parts need to be replaced on an ongoing basis. They are very noisy. Many of you have experienced those in the places where you work, whether you are at a hospital or an office building that requires backup generators. You have heard them. You're familiar with them. And in the telecommunication industry, the issue of electromagnetic interference becomes a problem as well. The market we have looked into, we have started with telecommunication towers. That was our strength. The three executives that started this business were familiar with that industry, and that's why we went after that market segment. In addition, there are several other ones. We're focusing first on cellular towers. After that, we'll look at other segments. At the same time, we're going to be looking at, right now we're in Florida, but we'll be looking at California and the Northeast, where power outages are more common. Our go-to-market strategy is basically to utilize and work with our current customers to bring these new generators into the marketplace. Currently, we have about 15 customers out of the 100 that we are aware of in the cellular tower industry. And we want to proceed, and we want to take advantage of their connections, and that we have connections with them to introduce them. In fact, we have actually surveyed many of them, and about 70% has shown interest in our prototypes. We have shown them what it can do and how it works and how silent it is, and they were very excited to see it. As far as milestone, we were founded We were founded back in 2012. We have a license with UCF. We have a prototype ready to go. We are looking at selling them, leasing them, and installing them, monitoring them. Our revenue is based on 4 different models. We show a net income or loss in the second year, but we're looking at growing that shortly after. And today we're looking for a $2 million investment for a 25% equity in our firms, basically to develop these hydrogen generators. Okay, that's in summary.
Quick question, nice presentation. So currently cell towers are on grid with the local utility and also have a backup generator that's a combustion engine, is that correct?
Correct, that's correct.
And so you're proposing to be that backup source of power and switch out an existing combustion backup generator?
Yes, existing backup generators expired, the diesel ones, the highly polluted ones. We're ready to switch them over for our hydrogen.
So not all of the addressable market will be a potential customer right away. It'll be kind of a rolling thing as their existing infrastructure kind of reaches the end of its life.
Correct.
Is your technology, or is the patent on the hydrogen reformer, or is it on what exactly does the patent cover? And is that exclusive to you, or does that allow for entry by the company?
At this point, the patent is on a hydrogen generator coupled with a fuel cell technology, and that's basically what we have and what we prepare for. Do we have exclusive rights to that technology? No. Not at this point.
We're missing some of the financials, so could you just tell us what's the cost of goods for the actual unit, and what's the markup?
We're looking at, depending on the power output, either 5, 10, 15 kilowatts, the price can range between $40 and $65,000 per unit. The markup is about 25%.
I might have missed this, but where do you get your hydrogen?
The hydrogen is produced by one of the components inside the red box, inside of our generator. And that is generated using propane. Propane is fed into our reformer, hydrogen reformer. It generates the hydrogen, and then that's passed on to the fuel cell.
How does the cost differ from the competition out there?
At this point, we're slightly higher. The competitors' diesel generators start around $30,000. Ours starts around $40,000. But when we looked at the lifetime of the product and the amount of maintenance that's required, after 3 years of using our generator, it's basically the same, and then our generator definitely brings in some cost improvements.
All right, remember how we practice pacing, remember?